welcome. This is HAGER'S Hangout, and I'm going to be practicing a few new concepts, and this is a potential intro. Obviously, much room to see how it works. This episode is going to be a weird episode. It's going to show me a day at the zoo. I did this during Veterans Day event. As I said last episode, that I was in the Army for a while, and I will, when I have an opportunity, I like talking to other people who also served in the military. Well, while I was at the zoo, one thing I did was I talked to an old vet that was served his time on the USS Wisconsin, which I thought was really dang cool. I'm like, small world. Well, as you can see here, there's a boa, I believe it was a boa constrictor. Probably should have looked at what all these animals were, but, well, none of these clips far exceed 2 minutes each, so they're nice, short, but there's a few of them. I'll just talk in the background about what I'm planning for the next month. This here is a nice horned lizard. I actually had a high school teacher that had a horned lizard like this, and he really liked the lizard. It's actually nowhere near as sharp as he looks. Of course, I'm not eating the lizard, so I don't know how uncomfortable it would be to taste, but, well, when I held this lizard in my hands back when I was in elementary school, it actually surprised me. It wasn't very spiky as long as you don't go against the grain. Yeah, you see a bunch of bobbin mallards. Pretty fun. Overall, the weather could not have been better for Veterans Day in Arizona. And I don't know if I mentioned it, this was the Tucson Zoo. I want to give them a shout out. It was actually a very fun event, very well organized, borderline too organized. They give you a map, and even without a map, you just stay on the left side and you can't get lost. You're able to hit all the exhibits, and it's not like MMOs where you're able to wander and explore everything at your own pace so much. It was a very self-guided tour, which is pros and cons. Maybe if you have some kids or you have people who just like spending only 15 minutes to an hour.
Looks like a bobber
in a zoo. Maybe this is for you. But I do prefer the zoo style of which I grew up with, where you enter and you can go in 15 different areas, and it's like a shotgun effect. You have some people going to the lizards, some people going to the birds, some people going to the wolves, and then you can diversify your adventure. Therefore, you can make your own adventure, like the old books, except you don't have a 80% chance of dying, unlike those books. And anyone remember those old choose your own adventures?
So we're putting a Jaguar in next to the when we had our two Jaguars before, Simone was the last one to survive. I was here when brought the monkeys out, and she was over there. And she thought they were pretty darn interesting for a while. But she was kind of an old lady, and she just said, okay, we got used to it, and now they're just the way the neighbors. They kind of ignore her. But we shall see what the new Jaguar does. Here, take it. Here.
Okay, ready?
There you go.
Inhale. So this way you can
Check out the hand thing over there. Pretty impressive.
One thing that I learned from this guy, the slight difference between apes and monkeys. For example, you will never see an ape with a tail. That's a very easy way of telling. Versus
Where are the little monkeys? Where they go when they're not out here? Well, right now they're out here.
This was tiny.
well, this month of December, I'm hoping to challenge myself on how many videos I can put up. This month, do not expect anything less than 10 videos if all goes well. If all goes really well, I'm hoping to have maybe 15 videos, but let's see. I'm probably going to be cranking out more up front in comparison to the back, but I am going to be hitting as many as I can to exercise both my creativity and just see my personal limitations. I will be breaking up some videos because quite frankly I don't want you guys just chilling for like 3 hours watching me almost put a hole in my hand, but I am gonna do my best. One thing I was surprised about this zoo was how many peacocks I saw. I saw so many birds at this zoo. By comparison to any other zoo I've been to the best of my recollection, this hands down had more birds to any other species ratio than I saw. Birds were just going all around, just chilling, and to tell you the truth, I don't think all the birds were actually owned by the zoo. I just think they were like, hey, there's good water, good food, and friendly people, so let's chill out at the zoo, just like the humans. Cherapaja. Oh, good old turtles. Well, tortoises. Tortoises are obviously land-based, and turtles are made for water. Turtles don't have the same life expectancy as tortoises, to the best of my knowledge. Now, mind you, I am not a zoologist, or I do not study animals besides observation, reading the little pamphlets, leaflets, or propaganda at the zoo, whatever you want to call it. And mind you, this zoo actually did have one section that was very pushy with some of their ideology. But you know what? It's Veterans Day. I didn't want to push the point, just let it go, and I'm just there to have a good time, relax, and talk to other vets. One cool thing is, while I was eating at a restaurant in Tucson, I met someone who went to the same basic training as I did. He was an old uh, tanker during the I think it was during the 70s. I forgot, but he rode the Sheridan and the
That sound came from a zebra.
tanker had no, he wasn't a tanker. Sorry, he was an artilleryman. Well, he and I had good conversations about how things changed from generation to generation. We talked for probably a half hour before he got his seat and I got my seat. And that's the best part about Veterans Day, especially when you're waiting in line and stuff. You get to talk to people that otherwise would be very difficult to have people just happy to talk about their experiences. I talked to people in the Navy, I talked to people in the Army, and I talked to people in the Air Force on that Veterans Day, and it was very cool. And I believe I believe most of them were actually the ones that I met were in their 40s plus. Not too many that were younger. Unlike some states I've been to, the age varies. So I was slightly surprised, even though we had the yeah, I was honestly surprised. I thought there would be people from all ages, diversified throughout the places. But that wasn't the case. This was the second largest turtle that I saw at the zoo. The largest turtle was too far outside of the camera for me to actually see it. It was huge. The Galapagos turtle.
I guess that's the secret to becoming 150 years old, right?
So, as I said, I'm hoping to crank out a lot more videos than I've ever done before. I picked up a computer monitor and a new desk so I can actually work on the projects a lot easier, since I have been working on what the hell are these called? Shipping trunks for a while, and shipping trunks are not very ergonomic. And with me starting up college, online college, mind you, no, that's going to be a new experience. But with me starting that Monday, it's going to be challenging to work on everything that I need to in such a confined environment. So that's why I went ahead and picked up a desk, bigger monitor, so with my computer capable of handling up to 3 monitors, I'm just going to have 2 monitors for me to work on schoolwork, obviously, work from, well, my work, and and then also
Did they have an older one? What happened to their old one?
YouTube's obviously. So I'm gonna be a little stretched in the middle of the month. Well, towards the end of the month, around Christmas, I'm gonna be spending some time with family. That would make you think that there'd be no videos that time, but I'm hoping to take videos of good old Arizona and take some good pictures and videos of the great outdoors, and for me to truly enjoy the opportunity that Arizona has, and that's my goal. Honestly, going to the zoo is one of the most relaxing things that you can do, and as long as you're not in a rush, you honestly could spend 1, 2, maybe even 3 days at a zoo, depending on the zoo, of course, and really enjoy what's out there. And it's incredible what nature has that we don't see. Once again, this is Hager of HAGER'S Solutions, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first edited video I'm using with Shotcut. So let's see how this works.